Why do pirates take so long to learn the alphabet? Because they spend years at sea. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Zareth Prevails. Today we're going to talk about pirate counters that you need because they've been messing everyone up in GAC. There are a couple things that you can do to make it work. So, huge shout out to my patrons, by the way. You guys are awesome. I could not do this without you. Thank you so much for your support, guys. It really means a whole lot to me. And it would also mean a lot to me, guys, if you would hit that thumbs up button, like, subscribe, comment. Let's mount the algorithm together, shall we? It's almost the holidays. Let's mount it like it's the holidays. Let's take a look. So, a couple things that we're doing with this data so that you guys understand where the numbers are coming from. First off, it's all data pulled from Kyber 1. So it's all stuff that works if all of the, like, you make the assumption that in Kyber 1, people generally know what they're doing and they generally have good or well-modded or, well-constructed teams. So a lot of times it's going to be very equal. It's not going to have this weird mod or relic disparity of like someone has all relic 5 and someone else has all relic 9s and it's just all off kilter. So it's all Kyber 1 data. And it's also like Kyber 1 also is assuming that people aren't just total slouches at the game. And then the two Datacrons that we're assuming people are using are either the Pirate level 6 or there's a couple slides that use the Kixcron because there's a distinction. Like the Kixcron interacts differently when you have the Maz team that they're under. So those are the two data sets that we're using. The assumptions for the rest of them. So when I talk about that level 6 cron, that means the Pirate cron. And so first off, Pirate King Hondo on defense. Now, I know my face is blocking a few of them. If my face is blocking them, just assume that it's the exact same team across the board. All right. So, who's beating Hondo right now? Not like a ton of things though. Okay, so this is without OG Hondo. Like this is the prescribed team. This is the standard team that CG has kind of said, hey, this is the Hondo team. And then OG Hondo is kind of supposed to go with Maz. And actually, as we'll find out, OG Hondo is kind of he's kind of like the Ezra of the pirates. Like, you know how Ezra is so good with all the different galactic legends? Like, he's good with Kenobi, he's good with Galactic Legend Ahsoka, he's good with Rey, he's even kind of good with Jedi Master Luke. It's the same way. OG Hondo is the person who he makes the team better. So anyways, this is the team without OG Hondo. And if you want to beat it, then you can use one or the other variation of Supreme Leader Kylo's. If you want to keep crew, then you could put First Order Stormtrooper in. You're only losing less than 2% win percentage, though you do get on average more banners if you use crew. And it's somewhere close to 90%. It's in the high 80s percent win percentage, and these are almost all exclusively the First Order Special Forces TIE Pilot level 9 and the Wordy level 6 on the Supreme Leader Kylo. So that's the one you use. Leia, I struggled. Everyone knows how I struggled a lot using Leia to take out Hondo. That was a severe challenge for me this week, and now we know why. 40% win rate. If you go with K2SO instead of R2D2, it dips even further. And so if you want to use that, I mean, feel free. That's obviously an option. It's like a decent desperation option, but most people did not find success with Leia versus Hondo, which is different than it was reported back when Hondo had a different Datacron, like when we didn't have the good level 6. So Seer Malicos was one of them that a lot of people had at least some success with. Like the thing that's tricky about this is, well, first off, you kind of need Star Killer for the most part. Start kill, and you know that's fine for now, I guess. We also you need Maul on the team. And then you can either use Crew or you can use Baby Cal. Now I know a lot of people have Baby Cal with the Ray team. I mean, I do. I know I do, but that is an option if you don't want to use Crew. If you want to use Crew with Supreme Leader Kylo or whatever, that's still only like a 70% ish win rate. Though it is nice because you'll typically be able to get a couple kills. And if you can, I mean, then there's no revive because hey, there's Malicos there. One thing that I was a little surprised at, the Luke team, CLS team, is destroying this comp at about 90%. Though this is totally with the Rolocron. All right, this is the one that like you have to have the Rolocron here, because then they all assist, and apparently you just you out turn meter shenanigan them, which is kind of hard to do, but apparently it can be done. And this is the highest win rate out of all of them, surprisingly. And now I looked at the stats without the Rolocron, and it doesn't, like, CLS doesn't exist as a counter. This isn't a standard thing. This is a Datacron. This is a Datacron counter, basically. And then you also have Bad Batch. Bad Batch don't work either unless you have the Rolocron, but it actually, this was kind of just intriguing and interesting, like only 14 attempts, so we have a kind of a small sample size, but, I mean, is it something to rely on? Not really. Is it something that's kind of fun and cool? Sure. I used Bad Batch a few times this first week to just clean up against Hondo. Like, I killed a couple characters on the Hondo team, and then I was like, all right, now we can jump in and kill like 2 things with Bad Batch, and it worked. They ramp really nicely. So, anyways, so that's the standard team. Now, the OG Hondo team is tougher to kill. So you use the exact same Supreme Leader Kylo teams, and it dips down to about 80% instead of like 90%. Now it's it goes down by about 10%, the win rate. Using Leia actually has, with a small sample size, she actually has a slightly higher win rate here. It's still not great. It goes from 40 to 45, but Leia is apparently slightly better against Hondo, probably because OG Hondo sometimes tries to use the captive thing on her and it doesn't work. The biggest dip here, folks, is it destroys the Seer Malicos counters. It just doesn't work. The Seer Malicos counters don't work, except for that there's this one weird, I don't know quite what to make of this data. If you use Baby Cal with the Seer Malicos team, and this doesn't have Starkiller on it, it's a 93% win rate with 15 battles. So I don't know if, I mean, sample size is small enough that it could just be a weird aberration in the numbers. Like maybe people got good RNG and it's small enough of a sample size that we just don't know. I should also point out though, guys, OG Hondo destroys the CLS comp. Even with the Rolocron, doesn't work. And Bad Batch percentage is not even worth listing here. So, I don't know. Give the Seer Malicos team with Baby Cal a try, I guess, if you dare. I think I might dare. I might try to do that. I'm not sure. This is all, of course, with the level 6 Pirate Cron. Now, Maz teams are also, we were hoping, I was hoping, the Great Mothers were going to work. They don't really. It's less than 30% win rate against Maz. This is still with the level 6, and this is with OG Hondo. Jedi Master Luke, the thing that a lot of people told me works really well, is only 36% win rate, which I thought was kind of funny. Oh, guys, I should just rewind just real quick. The one thing I did want to point out here, I thought that taking the Wolfman out of the Hondo, the Pirate King Hondo team was going to be the best version. It's actually not. Taking out the droid in place of OG Hondo is going to be the best version. For whatever reason. Like, OG Hondo is what you want to have, but then you do want the Wolf. Like, he's way better than the droid for whatever reason. It doesn't make much sense to me, frankly, but it is. So, anyways, now we have OG Hondo. So using Queen Amidala, a lot of people swore that it worked, and it looks like it does. This isn't even with the Rolocron. Some of them, maybe a couple of them are, but for the most part, like this is just like a standard like decent cron for Queen Amidala. 70% win rate isn't terrible. Supreme Leader Kylo wins every time. Jabba, that's another one that everyone says wins all the time. Boba Fett is actually better as the 5th instead of Embo in this fight for whatever reason. I think just because he can do his big missile attack and end someone. But Jabba is not a good counter to Maz for the most part. I know a lot of people are saying like, yeah, he works every time for me. Well, that's cool, man. It's not going to work for everyone. The ones that actually are really interesting to me. First off, Balin just destroys this team. I think part of that is because you struggle against a Maz team like this because it revives and it's inconvenient. Like it messes with you. And Balin's just like, no, you can't revive. No revives. I kind of pattern my play style after Malicos's, the Malicos school of no revives. So that there's that. Supreme Leader Kylo also just destroys this. 100% win rate, really good banners. Not that surprising, though a lot of times you're going to need that against OG Hondo. The one that stands out to me is Inquisition wins this every time in every version almost. It's just yeah, Inquisition, at least this season, if you have Ninth Sister, and of course this is only with Reva. We're assuming that it's not Grand Inquisitor lead or anything like that. Reva just destroys this team every time, and I can actually show you guys footage here. I'll show you real quick. This is the one footage that I'm gonna show you guys. Let's see, for today. Yeah, here we go. Let's go. I think, yeah, okay, I turned off the volume for it, but yeah, you just target Quigold, and you can see Reva's been locked down because she's got the pre-taunt. So yeah, she's captive. Because this is on my alt, so your mileage may vary, but this is actually in Kyber 2, so this data isn't even being used in what we're looking at right now. But it took me all week to realize it, and we even got stuck. Like we have Mark on Ethano right now, and he has a damage immunity. We can't do anything. We did kill the baby Rancor, which was fantastic. Everyone's got damage immunity. But, I mean, it just feels inevitable. Look at that. So, Hondo cleansed himself. Now he's got locked death mark, and he just died. Maz tries to revive people, and she can't. Everyone's got death mark, so I guess kill kicks. Kill, who even cares, man? Thano. And that's that, man. I mean, easy peasy. You're not going to get perfect banners here. You know, like you drop 5 banners, but that's fine. It's acceptable. Look at how many turns Maz got. What a jerk. Yeah. So, anyways, it works, guys. Pretty cool. And so that's with the normal cron, with like the level 6 cron. This is with the kicks cron. So the win rate on Jedi Master Luke goes up a little, but still only in like the 40%. But then like Great Mothers sink even lower, down to like nothing basically. Even the Inquisition team lost looks like one of the battles out of the 20 people tried against this. And then Queen Amidala win rate goes way down. The Jabba win rate is pretty bad. Even the Balin team also, that also goes down to 62. So I don't know what the Kixcron does that just defeats Balin, but like the Kixcron is significantly better with Maz and OG Hondo. I think that's the superior combo. If you only have a Maz team, then put Hondo with her. Okay, so now this is with SM33, because remember we were talking about how SM33 is like the spare one, because you need the wolf man to hang out with the teen wolf to go with OG Hondo. And so, anyways, this is with the Kixcron again, and there's just not that much data, frankly, guys. There's limited data. And I know that not everyone even has the Kixcron, because that's the last bespoke cron, right? So, anyways, we have Jedi Master Luke still down in the dumps, not winning that much. Great Mothers win percentage goes significantly higher because SM33 is just worse than OG Hondo. Queen Amidala doesn't win that much here either, but you can use Inquisition to just destroy them, it looks like, pretty consistently. And then, okay, Maz, I think this is the last one, yeah. Maz with SM33 with the level 6 Pyrocron. And this is kind of like the worst of the versions, right? Like, you don't have the cool bespoke Kixcron. You don't have the OG Hondo that makes the team good. And so, for whatever reason, this one does just destroy Jabba. Jabba's like, yeah, I can beat this awful version, right? And they're like, no, you actually can't. You suck. You suck at life. Again, Inquisition destroy it, but like everything does, kind of. Even Great Mothers are at 61%. One thing that I thought was really interesting, with only 11 battles, so who knows, but the Queen Amidala trio actually just destroys this. Has 11 battles and the average is 67 banners, apparently. So if you see a Maz team with just the level 6 Pyrocron and SM33, I guess you can just use that. So anyways, that's it, folks. Those are the ways to beat this team. Use like the TLDR is basically use Inquisition to kill all Maz teams and use Supreme Leader Kylo to beat all the Pyro King Hondo teams. And if you don't have those available, then there's other options available, but that's there's not a lot of options available. You're kind of just screwed. So anyways, guys, I hope this was helpful. Thank you all so much for watching, and remember that in all things, Zareth prevails. Take care, folks.